Welcome to our partner training on Elements, the foundation of effective employee management. This is a 10-minute segment on how the Elements tool in EG Force can make your effort to manage employee performance more effective and efficient. Our agenda for this training is to provide a comprehensive review of Elements in EG Force. We'll discuss the purpose of Elements, manager challenges and expectations, and how Elements were designed to meet manager needs. We'll provide an overview of each element type and how their proper use creates dashboards to provide immediate insight into an employee's performance. This is just an overview of elements. Training on each element type will be provided separately. Let's review the purpose of elements. Facilitating employee success through managerial support is our first objective. When employees are successful, the company grows. When the company grows, so do the opportunities for employees. Minimize the risks created by underperformers. Often these are the same employees who file grievances, hurt the company brand, and compromise the morale of other employees. Honor employee protections. Introduced in 2009, the Elements tool served as a valuable resource for managers, aiding in documentation and providing control over factors that influence performance, expressing appreciation, and handling attendance issues. Over the years, we've leveraged insights from thousands of Elements performance improvement plans, terminations, leaves of absence, injury, and accommodation cases to implement groundbreaking improvements that protect employees, managers, and the company from compliance risks. Before we review how elements work, we really need to understand the chaotic world that most managers live in. There's an astounding number of variables requiring management. Managers rarely have enough time. There are hundreds of performance related details managers are expected to capture and various actions they're expected to take depending on the circumstances. Elements make it possible. They've been designed to address the specific variables so the manager doesn't have to remember them all, and it helps managers be more impactful with their communication. We expect managers to document various employee-related details based on applicable scenarios. Some of these go far beyond employee performance and into highly regulated areas, such as leave of absence or health and safety requirements. The different element types help us address the specifics of each type of employee concern. Here are some examples of employee events managers are expected to address effectively. We expect managers to know what to document and how based on a variety of employee related events. We also expect managers to know what policy, stated corporate value, or operating procedure applies to what event. Effective feedback requires managers to communicate the positive or negative impact that these types of events could have on the organization, and we expect managers to be in command of this detail. Take, for example, an employee with low productivity. Where does a manager find a standard that defines acceptable levels of productivity? How is a manager expected to articulate the negative impact on the organization? In another example, how is a manager expected to document a sick call associated with a protected leave, like intermittent LOA, versus a traditional sick call? How do they know what to document so protections are honored and employees don't take advantage? This is what Elements came to help solve. Managers are expected to apply the details they've documented about employee events and connect them to applicable performance standards or legally required standards associated with employee protections, such as protected leave. The probability of managers fully meeting these expectations is low if we don't help managers stay in control of the details. Elements is a wizard driven performance management solution. It efficiently guides managers through the documentation process based on the type of scenario. It utilizes dashboards to identify performance trends early. It prepares managers to act timely and with confidence. It reduces litigation risk. It reduces the number and size of employee related issues. It manages leave of absence, accommodation, injury, and sick leave attendance requirements. An element is a record that's created by a manager and connected to the employee's record for easy reference. In this example, a manager took a few moments to document the employee's downtrending performance. The details captured are now actionable. Each employee profile has a performance tab where all elements can be viewed and created. Each element only took moments for managers to create, but look how easy it is to see a downward performance trend emerging. Because documentation is happening daily or in real time, the details are much better, reducing debates about what happened and when. Each employee profile has a dashboard where key data is summarized. In this view, we're looking at the employee's performance overview, which summarizes the types of elements being recorded and other performance records such as PIPs. This gives a manager quick insight into the employee's overall performance. Elements help managers make use of the employee documentation they create using categories, or as we call them, element types. Element types group information for more efficient reference and analysis. When you create an element, you'll be required to select a type. This will launch a wizard that provides the manager with guidance and questions that will best capture the information needed related to that type of element. Of all element types, employee appreciation and safety concern are the only ones that can be created by any manager for any employee in the organization. The other types are only available for use on employees within the manager's reporting chain. Elements are the most commonly used tool in EG Force, and for good reason. That is why we brought the element type buttons right to the homepage. Each element type has its own unique considerations, some more complex than others. Accordingly, we've broken up elements into short tutorials by type. Thank you for your participation. For assistance with this process, please contact HROD@employersguardian.com or give us a call